Hi, my name is Amy, and this is assignment S030A. The first question is, when is fact-finding most important? We'll go through the different phases of system development to analyze this question. The first phase is scope definition. In this phase, it is determined if the project is worth doing. Here you determine the scope, the vision, the budget, and the boundaries of the project at hand. The second phase is problem analysis. Here you recognize the problems that the user has with the existing system. In the third phase, requirements analysis, you have to determine what the new system must do, determine the user and owner requirements. You got to learn the vocabulary, problems, opportunity, constraints, requirements, and priorities of the user and the owner. Also, you gather all pertinent data which will be integrated into the new system. The next phase is logical design. Here you come up with a system model or a picture of how the new system should be. Here you get feedback from both owners and users. The next phase is decision analysis. In this phase, you consider all the different alternatives available to use for the solution at hand. Once again, you're getting feedback from users and owners. The next phase is physical design and integration. Here you begin preliminary system design for the alternative that you chose, and you start integrating data into this new system. The last phase is construction and testing. Here you construct a workable system, and you send out beta versions of the system to be tested by the users. And here is where you also get feedback from users and owners as to whether the system is working and if there are any other changes that need to be made. Lastly, you have installation and delivery, where the system is actually implemented and all of the data is integrated. The finished system is in place and it functions properly. Of those phases, the most important phase for fact-finding is the requirements analysis. Here in this phase, you work very closely with system users as well as system owners. Any errors or omissions in this phase will lead to dissatisfaction and costly future modifications. Verification of all of the information discovered is important to ensure accuracy. In this phase, you identify both the needs and the priorities of the users and the owners. You also have access to data in this phase, which will be included in the new system. In this phase, you also identify needs, priorities, and also wants. So basically, the requirements analysis is the most important part for fact-finding, because although you do use fact-finding in other areas, in other phases, in this one, if you leave anything out or if you miss anything, it's going to create major problems in the end. The next question, number 2, was what would be a personal ethical issue you might run into during the fact-finding process. Perhaps you would learn that a friend was under internal investigation for their bad time management. This would not be information that you would be able to ethically share with your friend, that would be using it for personal gain, and so therefore that information should remain confidential. The second part of the second question is what would be a professional ethical issue you might happen across. If you have access to confidential documents and files, whether they be hard copies or digital copies, upon completion of the job, you would want to make sure and dispose of that information in a secure fashion so that no one would be able to access that data at a later time. Thank you.